Susie Sherwood here with another Wacky Wednesday. So it's beginning to look like spring outside, and that is very exciting. And many of you are probably getting out, maybe starting to think about your gardens. So this week we're going to pay homage to a very important member of the animal kingdom. This little insect has 6 legs, an antenna, and wings, and it's black and yellow.
It's the bee!
It's the bee! Without the bee, we wouldn't have as much food to eat because they play an important role in pollinating our plants, and we need them to help us grow food. So we're hoping that you guys can take some time to learn about bees this week. And for our craft, we're going to have fun making a beehive. So stay tuned. Alright everybody, so today we're talking about bees. So Lily, do you think you can tell me some things about bees?
They eat pollen from flowers, eat nectar.
Alright, so they eat pollen and nectar from flowers. What else do we know about bees?
They're yellow and black.
They're yellow and black. Okay.
Honeybees will make honey.
That's right. So honeybees make honey. So honeybees are a very special kind of bee because they take the pollen and nectar back to their hives and they convert it to honey so that they can eat all winter long. What else do we know about bees?
They'll live in what we call hives.
Yeah, they live in hives. How do they protect themselves?
Oh, they can sting you.
Yeah, so sometimes they sting. Most bees aren't going to hurt you though unless you're bothering their hives. They're just gonna float around from flower to flower minding their own business.
Because they die when they sting you.
Yeah, because they get hurt when they sting you. So yeah, so they don't like to do it unless they absolutely have to. Alright, so they live in hives, colonies, they sting. Oh, I wrote they stings. What else about bees? Why bees are so important?
Well, they'll move pollen to they'll drop some pollen onto other flowers so they can make more flowers.
That's right. So bees, they help plants grow because as they fly from flower to flower, pollen gets stuck on their free little legs, and making the pollen go from one plant to another helps them reproduce, helps them make more plants. And plants are where we get a lot of our food from. So bees are a very important part of our ecosystem. And so we need to look after them.
So don't go minding around beehives and interrupting a bunch of bees.
No, you don't want to bother a beehive. And it's really important that we're keeping flowers and our plants and stuff safe, not using a whole lot of pesticides, so that they have a healthy food source that isn't going to make them sick, and so that they can be around to help us grow food. So we're going to make a beehive craft today, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do some finger painting. Alrighty, so we're going to do some finger painting, and for this project we're going to use green, yellow, black, brown, and white. And for the most part, we're going to use our fingers. So, Lillian, let's say I didn't have the color green in my paint set. What colors could I use to make green?
Yellow and blue.
Yellow and blue will make green.
If you want a warmer blue, you can use more yellow. If you want a cooler blue, you can use more blue.
That's right.
And green.
Now let's say I wanted to make a brown.
You use all three of the primary colors, yellow, red, and blue.
That's right. So if you mix all your primary colors, yellow, red, and blue, you'll get a brown. Or you can use complementary colors too, so blue and orange, or green and red, purple and yellow, those will make a brown too. So we're using acrylic paint because it's all we have. If you have tempera paint, that would be better, but we're gonna make do. So, like I said, we're finger painting. And the first thing that you're gonna grab, you're gonna put your finger in your brown paint.
I'm gonna make a tree branch.
And we're gonna make a tree branch. So I'm gonna start about a little more than halfway from the bottom on my page. And I'm gonna kind of make an arch.
I got too much brown at once, so there's a lot down at the bottom, so I'm just using that to make it long.
Then I'm gonna take it, I'm not gonna take it all the way. I'm gonna take it about 3/4 of the way.
Mine's way farther.
That's all right.
That's
Now, are twigs on trees usually just one straight branch? No, they usually have like little branches coming off of them. So I'm gonna use my finger. I'm gonna make some
little
branches.
And some of these little branches may have more branches.
Yeah.
I'm
just gonna do simple for today.
I'm not. I don't want to.
So once I have my branch, then I'm gonna clean off my finger with a rag, and I'm gonna put my finger in my green paint, and I'm gonna make some leaves on my tree.
So I'll be dab leaves.
Dab.
Dab.
'Cause I want it to be springtime. I noticed outside the other day that my trees are starting to get little buds on them. I think that's exciting. Alright, so I have some
My trees are buds yet.
leaves. I'm gonna clean off my finger.
Some of them have one bud, and some of them are going to have 3. There we go.
And now I'm gonna make my beehive, because bees live in beehives, and oftentimes the inside of a beehive is honeycombed. So here's a picture of a honeycomb. And so they're like little kind of hexagon areas where the bees store their honey. So just for fun, we're gonna make our beehives, the outside of our beehives kind of look like the inside of a honeycomb. So I'm going to, even though in nature most beehives would be like brown kind of paper on the outside, we're gonna make ours yellow. So I'm gonna dip my finger in my yellow, and I'm gonna make my beehive by just putting my finger and making sort of a pattern. I'm not gonna overlap them. Beehives are often like kind of egg shaped, so I'm gonna go for an egg shape.
Mine's gonna be very big.
There's my nest, my hive.
Mine has a lot of bees.
There's a lot of bees. Alright, so I'm gonna do my hive. After my hive is done, I'm gonna add some bees. I'm gonna make my bees kind of buzzing around my hives. I'm gonna do 4 little bees.
I'm gonna do, I don't know. There's a big,
That's a big bee.
that's a dada bee. That's a big one. There must be a dada. I'm gonna make 5 right here.
Okay.
He's flying away. He's flying out of the hive.
So once I have my bees, gonna put my finger in my white, and I'm gonna make little wings coming off my bees.
He's got big wings. Why is it so watery? It's very watery. This is a new kind of paint. This one.
Yeah,
We just got this one.
that's all right. Now, up until this point, we've used our fingers. If I wanted to wait for it to dry, I could use a black marker for this part. We're not going to wait for it to dry though, so we're going to use paint. And I'm going to just make some details. So I'm going to give my bees some heads.
Betting that I already black.
What else do bees need?
Stingers
They need stingers.
and stripes.
Not a very good paintbrush. Alright.
I still have more.
I might give my bees some antenna. Oh, I see you've given your bees antenna already, really? No?
Boom, boom.
Alright. So my bees. I'm gonna take and just sort of outline my beehive. Alright. So there's my beehive.